Hey everybody, Chuck Carstensen, Remax Results live tour today. We're gonna have I think about 3 live tours today. I'm gonna do a couple quick ones, and Stacy's got one scheduled for a new listing in Big Lake. I'm in Richmond, Minnesota. If you noticed or follow us, or even if you don't follow us, we have a lot of lake properties we've been listing and selling. And this one's a cabin on Cedar Island Lake, and that's in the Sauk River chain of lakes. So for those of you watching the video live or on the recording, you're always welcome to say hi, comment below, ask a question, share it, you know, make fun of my shirt. That's all good too. So again, we're at a cabin. It's basically, I'll show you, it's got 1 bedroom. It doesn't actually have a well and septic, a legitimate cabin here out on Cedar Island Lake in Richmond. So I'm going to flip the camera and take you on a tour. So it is a 2+ acre yard. There's a outhouse, that little building there. We'll take a peek at the bunkhouse. You see the garage door, that's for storage, because in the back end of it, and I'll show you that, that's actually like the cabin area. So on the 2 acres, you got obviously a lot of woods. If I was quiet right now, you just hear birds chirping, nothing else. There is a slope down to the lake, and we'll take you down there, but I'm just showing you there's the lake in the background. And the chain of lake has access to the other lakes. So you can, from this lake, you can get to some of the other lakes around here. So the bunkhouse, if you got a bunch of people staying with you, that's what it is, a bunkhouse. You could put air, electric, and some beds to stay in. I'm not going to take you in the outhouse, although maybe you haven't seen an outhouse in a while, and I should do that. It's mostly a private road back here, meaning it's not like where it's a drive-through road. It's pretty quiet. These are mostly seasonal places, other than a couple people on the end of the Langevin road that we're on. I'm going to take you inside the cabin. I have to let you know, I haven't been using my selfie stick lately because I did drop my phone and kind of cracked my screen. I probably need to get it fixed, and it's just easier to hold it. It doesn't really work the way I want, but that means I got a little shakier video. I apologize for that. So here we're inside. Again, this is electric. There's not a well and septic, so you bring in the water, and cozy little area, and then some storage space or an extra space. So there's plenty of space in theory for people to sleep in this one, even that you look and say, if you're looking online, it's 1,300 plus finished square feet. There's plenty of space for everybody to kind of camp up, but not be in the camper. Now, as we walk down here, this is how we're gonna get to the lake. Again, this is a couple acres, very buildable. The owners didn't put in a well and septic just because, well, somebody builds a property. And if you know this, or maybe you don't know this, when you put in a septic, it's gotta be based on the size of the bedrooms, and you'd want to tailor it to what you build. So this has a little fire pit area there. The docks are out, they're up there. Across the road is cornfields, and then you got the lake on this side of the road. There's steps down to the lake. So we're bouncing down here. You know, I went down the lake already. I was doing a Zillow video and then came back up the steps. Now I'm back down. So I'm getting my steps in. That's always good. I saw a rabbit. There's a chipmunk off to my left. The birds are chirping. So it's pretty much you and wildlife. And yeah, there's some neighbors, but it seems pretty quiet out there. Obviously this time of year when not as many people have came out. So here's where you drop your dock in. People always ask these questions like, hey, is it sandy beach? Is it weedy? Is it this and that? You can see a little bit here. A little bit of cleanup could be done. Starting to get the ducks and the geese on the lake. Here is the lake right here. Again, we're on a chain of lakes with access to several other lakes. I'm just gonna spin this back around a little bit. And if you did build a house up on the hill where we were, you could clear some trees, I'm sure, and get a little more of a view of the lake. And the steps up the lake, down from the lake or up, aren't like amazingly steep or anything. They're well built and you just walk on them. All right, so now I'm gonna flip the camera. So in summary, this one's 1099, obviously a couple acres to the cabin. If you've ever been looking at a lake property, there's not a lot of lake properties out there. I'd say there's tiers of lake properties. So again, this is land to maybe build on our cabin, and the tiers of lake properties come where there's not really anything under 100,000. This is 109. Not much under 150. If you want like a year-round type of property, you're looking over 250. So when we're talking about 1099, it's actually a truck driving back here. I didn't think that would happen on a private road. But when we're talking about 1099, that is, you know, a lower price point, and you got some features here you can work with, is what I'm saying, because of the size of the lot, the chain of lakes, good sized lake, and a little bit to work with the cabin. So I work out all the time, but I don't know, talking and walking, I start to lose my breath. So I'm gonna cut it off here. Thanks for watching, and if you need more info, just reach out to us.